Hello and welcome back to my channel, Thrifty Day. On today's episode, I am going to be doing a journal process video, and it's in collaboration with Your Creative Studio. I love doing collaborations with Your Creative Studio, not only because the products are fabulous and vintage and definitely my vibe, but you receive so many items per product. And what I mean by that is, for instance, this paper pack, you don't just get 10 or 11, you get a whole huge stack. So not only will I use some for this layout, I'll have so many left over to use for future layouts. So I've said it once and I'll say it again, it's such a wonderful way to build your journaling ephemera collection. It's a wonderful way to receive products maybe you wouldn't buy on their own, but since they're in a huge sort of box assortment, it's something that you can try out and see if it's good, if it works for your style. For instance, this paper pack has all sorts of paper. There's vellum, there's normal paper, there's sticker paper, there's heavier weight paper, there's textured paper. So it's a really great way to sort of sample items, see what you like, and then you know what to purchase in the future because you'll see what works best for you. Like, I've never used these rub-on stickers before, so how exciting to be able to have some to be able to use. I also always save the Your Creative Studio packaging because it's very cute and very vintage. You always get some stamps and some washi tape. I love this washi tape. Orange is one of my favorite colors, so you know I love this. And there's a couple different cling stamps. This one's a wreath with some leaves, and the other stamp is one that has like little tiny stamps, which is really cute. I think great for pen paling. And so I'm very excited to use those as well. So thank you so much, Your Creative Studio, for sending me this lovely box. I love it all. Now let's create. This is some of the ephemera that I'm going to use in my layout today, in addition to the Your Creative Studio supplies. A lot of it is Happy Mail, and I'm so excited to finally use it. So I'm just going to flip through and find a page that works for me. This one's perfect. And I'm going to set aside my personal ephemera and my photos, and I'm going to start creating a background that I can build on. These large papers are so beautiful, and I didn't realize at first that they're actually stickers, so I don't even need to glue them on. I'm actually just going to peel the backs off and stick them right to the page, and this is what's going to be sort of the base for me to build a layout around. I'm actually really excited to use these in the future as well because they're textured. Some of them are textured, and I love textured paper. So now that my base is down and I love the color scheme, I'm going to add these little strips just on the top because they weren't quite tall enough. And that's great with me because I sort of like the collage look that doing this will give. So I'm just going to use PVA glue, put a little bit on the back, and stick them right to the top. And I don't know if you can hear the dog that is barking incessantly in the background. I just want to say that it is not mine. It is a very large dog across the street that is always barking. So there's not really anything I can do about it. But it's not mine. I just want to advocate for my dogs and let you all know that. So I'm just going to add some washi tape right down the center. I love this washi tape. It's so pretty, and I think it adds sort of a nice contrast. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out all those stamp stickers that came in the subscription box, and I'm going to stick them all down the side. I love stamps. I collect stamps. Not long ago, my best friend Ashley actually sent me a whole envelope full of stamps that he had, but these are stickers and they're very easy to work with. I'm just going to take that little tab off that I had put on when I made the journal, and I'm just going to stick those stickers all the way down the side, and then when I'm done, probably closer to the end, I will add that ribbon tab right back onto the page. So I'm already so happy with what I'm seeing with this layout. I am going to use this fabric strip. It's actually like a sample. It was sent to me in some happy mail from Jackie, and I love it. And so I wanted to add it right to the side. I'm going to create a pocket. I'm going to use PVA glue on 3 sides, and I'm also going to use my staples to make sure that it's secured really well. I think the glue would have been fine once it dried, but I'm kind of impatient, and if I add staples, it will dry while it is stapled on. I don't know if that makes sense, but it made sense in my head. So now that the pocket is complete, it makes a perfect little home for that postcard from my friend Painty Hands. I am actually on her Patreon, and she sends me a postcard every month for being a part of her Patreon. So I love it. I love her art, and I was so excited to include it in my layout today. The next little piece of Happy Mail I'm going to add, I got just this week from Henriette, all the way from Denmark. She sent me this beautiful and very dainty little hanky. So I thought the color and the vibe was perfect for this layout. So I'm just going to use some bulb pins and put it right on that fabric pocket, just as such a lovely reminder of some very beautiful and lovely Happy Mail I received this week. I'm going to make a flip down sort of index card out of this little flower piece of ephemera that I received in some Happy Mail. It's either from Jackie or Amy. I can't remember now. But Jackie or Amy, if you're watching, comment below if this is from you so I can thank you appropriately. But I love it. It's very vintage in nature. I love flowers, and so it was perfect to add to this layout. And so I just sort of made a little flip down using washi tape. And I'm going to put my daughter's picture on there, a picture of her and her partner and her little dog, Winnie. This little cardstock pocket was also in the Your Creative Studio package. It actually had some ephemera in it, but I thought I could use it as a pocket to put my photos in. Those photos that I chose for this layout are just some fall photos that I never used, so I wanted to include them. And when I went to put the little punch into the pocket, it was so crooked. So I thought I'd just kind of keep punching until I made it look a little less crooked. And I think I did a good job. I'm kind of proud of myself. So I just decided to use some Distress ink to make it look not so imperfect. I feel like Distress ink just kind of covers all of my imperfections on layouts. So it worked out well. I think it looks great. And now I can put those pictures of Hannah, Lizzie, and Abby in that little pocket as a nice reminder of fall and some really fun trips to Disneyland. I think one of the pictures is of Abby at her school because she does a lot of photography for student leadership. And it's another picture of Lizzie at Disneyland with her little Pooh Bear ears on. So I go to glue the pocket down, and I move it like 2 more times because it isn't quite placed right because I keep adding things. But that's great. I'm all about moving things around when you're junk journaling. Just make it work for you. And that's sort of what I did with this page. I wanted to add this little piece of ephemera that was also from Amy or Jackie. I ended up putting both of the mail that they sent me in the same little container on my desk, so it got all jumbled. That's why I don't know exactly what was from who anymore. So thank you, both of you, Amy and Jackie. I added that little piece down, that little vintage piece, kind of right under the pocket. And then I added some staples, and I'm going to move the pocket one more time, so I'm going to need to remove those staples because I'm going to add a little doily that I found in a vintage book this week as well. So, but before I do all that, I'm going to add that picture of Lizzie and Miguel and Winnie to that little flip down. I love that picture of them. Winnie's just so cute, and they're both wearing Pooh Bear and Tigger shirts, and it's really cute because the dog's name is Winnie, like Winnie the Pooh. So now that the flip out is complete, I'm going to add that vintage paper doily that I found in the vintage book. That is all original, just aging. I love that. It's so pretty, and it's a very delicate doily. And I knew the minute it fell out of the book, I wanted to use it on a layout. So I'm just going to take out those staples that I put into the pocket and I'm going to add that paper doily with just a little bit amount of PVA glue. I don't need a lot because, as I said, this doily is extremely delicate. Okay, so I think that pocket is finally in its place of resting for all eternity. Now I can staple it down for like, what, the third time, but I think it definitely stays there now. And I can add my photos. I'm super happy with how this has turned out. These are the pictures. I do end up trimming them down just a tiny bit because I love things sticking out of my journals, but I think they were sticking out a lot from the top. So I just use my scissors and I just trim the tiniest bit off of each one. And then I'm going to stick them right back in that pocket. So now I'm just going to add a few other little stickers. This is my little container where I have my clear floral stickers. So I pull out a few I think would look pretty on that pocket. And I choose this yellow one, and I love the way it looks. So I get out my needle nose tweezers because it's the only way to remove these stickers from those backings. They're so hard. Anybody else who uses them knows that it's just so hard to remove them from their backs. But I'm just really happy with how everything has turned out. I'm going to add some of these little word stickers, and I'm just about done. I'm going to do my journaling on the side, but this layout is about complete. I'm going to use my little machine I got at Target to put the date at the top onto the pocket. And this is my completed layout. I am so happy with how it came out. I am loving all of the little vintage and personal pieces from Happy Mail and photographs and Patreon postcards. I absolutely love using the Your Creative Studio products because I feel like it adds such a vintage touch and a layered collage look, which is really my vibe. So thank you so much to everyone who sent me Happy Mail, and thank you so much to Your Creative Studio for sending me the most lovely little box of ephemera. It truly inspired me, and I am just so grateful to be able to do this collaboration with you. All of the Your Creative Studio information is linked below. If you are interested in purchasing, you can just check out the description box. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.